All right, I'm going to go do a little exploring around the lake. I saw a little path down there that kind of goes around the lake, and go down there and see what there is to see. So I looked on the map before I came down here, and I believe I'm camped on South Hoist Lake. It's not a very big lake. I'm going to follow this little path and see where it goes here. Get that one maple over there, blazing yellow. Here's those birch trees I was seeing. I don't know, I should be able to get a little bit off of this one. Some nice feathery pieces right there. Plus, there's a deadened down trunk here. Can take a lot off of that. Here's one. This one's been harvested pretty good already. Well, it looks like my trail has run out. It's a little swampy area in this swale here. I don't think there's any way. Oh yeah, I can go around here. Look at this one. Some nice sheets on there. I got a whole shopping bag full. I shouldn't be any more greedy than that. There's tons more in the woods here. I'm going to try not to get lost back in these woods. See the lake behind me there? As long as I keep that in sight, I should be all right. There's a beauty spot right there. Oh my goodness. This is a pretty cool spot right here. We're underneath the little grove of white pines right on the edge, the shore of the lake. This would be the southeast shore. White pines all around us. I love how the pine duff carpets the forest floor. So soft. Over there, just around the curve of that point and up the bank is where my camp is. So I haven't come that far. I'm at the far southeast corner of the lake now. Little backwater here, little drainage, swampy. I'm going to have to traverse around it, I guess. Let's see, if you don't go exploring, you never know what's out there. Look at this cedar tree. I discovered the source of South Hoist Lake. Underneath this bunch of cedars here, natural spring seeps out of the hillside, draining the hills back there. Underground, comes out under this tree, under that tangle of roots there. and on to the lake through there. Oh, somebody lost their hat. Tree grabbed it right off my head. Boy, what a beauty spot this is right here. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Look at this gnarly old log. It's an old white pine. All that's left of it. And here's something cool. I have a new tree growing up out of the rotting trunk of an old tree. Look at the lichen on this stump. Lichens and moss. Got a small forest growing right on the top of this old stump. Whoa, this is so steep right here. I really got to watch my step. I'll go sliding right down into the soup there. I want to go down there too. It's just not that way. Be nice to shinny out on one of these trunks, but they are so slippery. I just felt it. It's like they've been greased. Here's another boggy bottomland area that I've got across here. All around this lake, go up and down and find these little sloughs that run into the lake, draining the woods. Cross over the muck here. Yeah, that didn't go too good. Here's an old game trail right here. See where it goes. It's going towards the lake, I know that. I want to keep the lake in sight. There she is. Following another game trail here. Right down to the water's edge. This is where the deer come to get a drink. Right over there is my camp. See that eroded spot on the bank? We're on the west shore right now, and from the other side I could see this little bench cut into the shoreline here. At least it looked like a bench from the other side. Look for all the world like an old 2-track back in here. Maybe it is, but all that's left is 1 track. I'm not sure if this is a social trail or part of the actual trail system here. It's got quite a bit of deadened down wood across it. Doesn't look very well trod either. I was thinking it might be an alternate way out, that it might connect up with one of the main trails. I could take a alternate route out of here. Just, you know, exploring. Right here it's looking like more of a bench. Has been cut here. This could be an old lumbering road. It could be actually, it could be an old railroad bed back from the lumbering days. I have no idea. And I see a trail or a tree up there with a blue blaze on it, so this definitely is not a social trail, part of the trail system. All right, I believe this is where my neighbors were camped. Little trail leading up here. See some stones piled. Perhaps not. This site's unused. No one was here last night. So this is as far as I hiked yesterday in search of a second campsite. And little did I know there was one right up there. That's the trail there back to my campsite. Standing on top of a little man-made water control dam here. Maintains the level of South Hoist. This is the lake side of it. So this must be a man-made lake. They just dammed a stream here, natural outflow, to create this lake. They got this wire thing going on here. It's all daubed with mud. I can't tell. Geez, it looks like an animal's been doing that, but that's to keep their outflow from getting plugged up. Seems like it would very easily, and then this lake would overtop the dam. Yeah, there's the dam. Lakeside, outflow side. All right, got the pack packed up. There it is over there. All packed up, everything jammed in there, ready to head out. And I got to check the map first to verify my route, because I want to try to take a different way out. But yep, we're ready to go. Say goodbye to South Hoist Lake, autumn beauty in Michigan. Gonna leave the site just as I found it. No trash laying around, packing everything out. See my bag hanging off the back there. Got my birch bark collection and all my garbage in there hanging off the back of the pack. Only difference is a few extra ashes in the fire pit, and I gathered some firewood and didn't burn it all, so I'm leaving it here for the next guy. Pay it forward. Try to show you on the map here. I hope I don't jiggle too much. Here's South Hoist Lake. Here's where we're camped. I'm going to hike around this way, around the south side of the lake, a little loop, back along this trail, up this way, and down over here to where my car is. When I came in Saturday, I came this way in, and I'm going out this way. It's a little bit longer, but hey, new scenery. Say goodbye to the headless army guy. He's going to guard the campsite till the next camper comes. All right, time to saddle up. Next time I talk to you, we'll be out on the trail. Bye. Well, it was just raining leaves here, and by the time I could get my camera out, it stopped. Got a little sunshine at the moment. Weak, but it's trying. Imagine the sound this tree made when it came down. Snapped her right off. I've been following all summer long a couple of YouTube channels, Darwin on the Trail and Homemade Wanderlust. If any of you are long distance hikers, through hikers, you know all about Darwin and Dixie. Darwin hiked the Pacific Crest Trail this summer and filmed the whole thing and uploaded to YouTube. Dixie did the CDT, the Continental Divide Trail, along the spine of basically the Rocky Mountains. Both of them hiked south to north from Mexico to Canada. And man, what an adventure. My hat's off to both of them. And both of them, it was the completion of the Triple Crown. The Triple Crown of through hiking is the Appalachian Trail, the Pacific Crest Trail, and the Continental Divide Trail. So each of them have completed all three of those trails, south to north. My hat's off to them. I'm hiking 2 miles, 3 miles today. They were knocking off 20 and 30 mile days through the mountains at elevation, facing everything that the mountains could dish out to them. Thunderstorms, snowstorms, grizzly bears, moose, you name it, they faced it. And they both put up some of the most amazing and entertaining videos all summer long. Every Wednesday they were out with a new video. I think Dixie's came out on Wednesday and Darwin's were on Thursday. And that was a can't miss for me. At work, at lunchtime on Wednesday and Thursday, that would be my entertainment while I was eating my lunch. I enjoyed the heck out of their videos. And I'll tell you one thing, they're way better at walking and talking than I am. I suppose when you hike 2,500 miles, you get it worked out. Right, there is South Hoist Lake down there in the distance. We just completed the loop around the south side of the lake, and we're back to where I came in yesterday. I went that way yesterday to the north. And this is the way out here to the east. We're headed for intersection 14, excuse me. I think I need a drink. Oh, we got us a hill in front of us here. Phew! I know it doesn't look like it on the camera, but that's a hill. Shift down into low gear. Yeah, I think this is the spot. Look at these roots sticking out of the trail here, hidden underneath these leaves. This is the spot where I just about rolled my ankle yesterday. It folded under, but I recovered just in time. Man, that would have been a tragedy. And I'm not fooling either. Have to hike back out of here on a sprained ankle. Oy. Have I said before that I love the forest? If I haven't, I'll say it again. The forest is a magical place. Absolutely. When you're out here, it's important to live in the moment. Forget everything else in your life and just live in the moment. Experience the forest. Today, I'm experiencing the smells, the tannins from the fallen leaves. I'm experiencing the wind and the swaying treetops. I'm experiencing the glow. The forest is absolutely glowing in golden yellow tones right now. I'm experiencing my footsteps, the sound my feet make as I tread on the leaves. The forest is a cathedral. Look at those trees arching overhead like the tallest cathedral in Europe. The leaves are like the stained glass windows. Magical light all around you. Like I said, I love the forest. I've made it to post number 14. Right there where the nail's sticking out of the map. Now, yesterday, we want to get back to, hang on. We want to get back to number 1. Come on, camera. There we go. Back to number 1. We're here. We want to go here. And that's the way I came in Saturday. And it was my plan to come up around this way and back. It's a little bit longer hike, I think. Yeah, maybe half a mile longer. Well, I blew that. All right, I'm gonna let you guys decide for me. Which should I do? The long way to the north or the short way to the east? I'll give you 15 seconds. Send your votes in right now. Na 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 na. I think that was less than 15, but anyway. All right, how'd y'all vote? Let me look down here and see. All right, the results are in. And you know what? They told me to quit being a wuss and gut it out. So I'm going that way, the long way. Probably only take 15 minutes more and I'll survive. It's like the yellow brick road. Oh, see if I can get down, get a low shot. The yellow brick road, I mean the yellow leaf road. Follow the yellow leaf road. Follow the yellow leaf road. Follow the yellow leaf road. If I didn't have 40 pounds on my back, I'd skip along just like Dorothy and Toto. Come to a triple roadblock. I think the only way around is the bushwhack. Yeah, that was easier than trying to step over that tangle. So I got a question for all you backpacking hikers out there, and I'm not talking about you people that go out for day hikes with a day pack on your back. I'm talking about you guys that do overnighters with a big pack and a proper hip belt. What do you do about trouser creep? I just made that word up. But trouser creep. What I mean by that is when the hip belt from your pack pushes your pants down around your hips. When I put my pants on, I come up as far as I can go and cinch my belt as tight as it'll go. Then I put my backpack on, and within a couple of miles, my pants are, the crotch is halfway to my knees. Do you guys have a solution for that? Yeah, a ways back I was talking to you about Darwin and Dixie chronicling their CDT and PCT through hikes, and talking about what troopers they were, you know, knocking off 20 and 30 miles away. But I forgot to mention this about Dixie. About 3/4 of the way through her hike, she got 2 ingrown toenails on her big toes. They became ingrown. Oh, she showed pictures of them. It was just awful. You felt so sorry for the poor girl. And she stopped somewhere. I forget where it was. Montana, someplace? Or maybe it was Idaho. I don't know. In this little town, found a podiatrist and had him do operation on both her feet, cut the ingrown toenails out. And she wrapped them up with bandages. I don't know if she took a day off or what. She wrapped them up in bandages, and she was back on the trail in a day, hiking, knocking off 20 and 30 mile days. That's tough. That is tough. And here I am complaining about my bone spurs. Post number 2, and this is a confusing, no it's not. We want to go to number 1, and there's the way to number 1 right there. We got a trail off that way, a trail off that way, what appears to be a trail here but really isn't. It's an old 2-track. That's the way we came in there, and there's a 2-track continuing off that way. So if you weren't paying attention and screwing up your map reading skills, you could get all messed up here. But no doubt, number 1 is that way. Number 1 is the car. We're in a little pine plantation right now. Totally changes the character of the forest. I'm going to stand here really still. I don't know if the microphone can pick it up, but even the sound of the wind in the trees is different. Could you hear that? Soft. The softest of sighs. You see it in there? My truck. I had no idea we were so close. Just come over a little rise here. And there it is. It's funny too, because I was thinking to myself, damn, I'm tired. I hope I'm back soon. There it is. The last 50 steps. It says gone squatching. It should mean done squatching. Sorry we didn't see any. Well, that's the end of the adventure. And a wonderful adventure it was. Glad to have you along. Can't wait to get back. I've got plenty gigabytes of video footage to sort through and edit, and I'm going to slave and labor over it and hopefully make a really interesting video for you all. Yeah, it was wonderful. But something a point I'd like to make is I drove 3 hours, 2.5 hours to get here, and I hiked in with 40 pounds on my back and spent a night in the woods. But you don't have to do that to enjoy the outdoors. You don't have to spend a night in the woods. You don't have to hike with a heavy backpack. I live in southeast Michigan, and I know a lot of people that watch this video might live there too. We have literally, I'm not going to exaggerate, literally dozens. Yeah, there probably are a dozen. Recreation areas, state recreation areas in southeast Michigan, all of them have similar topography and ecosystems to the Huron National Forest here in Hoist Lakes. And you can go out there anytime. They all have nature trails, trails you can hike, and you can experience nature on your terms, whether it be for a short 1 mile hike with your kids, or, you know, an all-day adventure out and back. The Waterloo Pinckney Trail, boy, it offers just about everything that this trail offered. So there's no excuse not to be out there. You don't have to drive 200 miles. You don't have to carry a heavy backpack to get out there and enjoy yourself in nature. So get out there and do it. I said so. All right. Again, thanks for coming along. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. I'm going to hightail it to Standish and get me some Tony's Tacos.